Good morning, another cooking show, Cooking with Gigi. I'm going to make a homemade apple pie. I am having my brother and John over tonight for dinner to be thankful for things they do for me. Of course, my brother's wife Linda's coming too. She's part of the package deal. So I'm going to tell you all about putting this pie together. I have my crust ready here in front of me. I have 6, because I felt like these apples were really big. So I didn't use this last Granny Smith apple. But it took Honey Crisps. I put in 3 Honey Crisp and 3 Granny Smith apples. I peeled them and I used this new peeler that I bought at the Covered Bridge. And it just really takes a very little bit of the skin off so you don't lose a lot of your apple. So I have my apples in my big bowl. They're all washed, cored, sliced. So I have them ready to go. Now I'm gonna put all these ingredients in with that. This is 3/4 cup of sugar. We have 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. I have 2 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour. That's gonna go in. We're gonna put in 1 teaspoon, and I don't have that measured out yet, so I'm just gonna take it out of my little container. We're gonna put in 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. So I'm gonna give it a good shake, get my nutmeg in there. There we go, a little too much. There we go. Nutmeg. And I have to have some salt. Yeah, let's see, salt. I'm going to need 1 teaspoon of salt. All right, so here's the salt. I wanna make sure I'm doing it good. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 half teaspoons because that one's dirty. So we'll do 2 half teaspoons salt. All right, there's that. Now we're mainly just gonna mix this all together. Oh, my oven's ready. We're gonna mix this all together. Oh, and I don't wanna forget, I have my lemon juice. It called for 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and this is fresh lemon juice, squeezed. I fresh squeezed it. Because we're also going to need about 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, and I have that right here on my zester. So that's gonna go in. Okay, we've got all of that's in there together. Mix it up really good so your apples are coated with all of those ingredients. They look a little dry, but no worries. It is going to really moisten up in the oven. It's gonna have some butter on top of it, which will help. And that sugar kind of melts into it. The lemon juice helps too. Okay, so I did forget to get my butter out, so I'm gonna go and grab some butter. Okay, I did fetch my butter from the refrigerator. And I have my pie crust sitting here. It's ready to go. Gonna get it, make sure it's stretched out good in my pie plate. I'm gonna pour my apples in. Pour these apples that have been tossed with all those ingredients that I just told you about. 2 different kinds of apples. I was pretty sure, look how full that's getting, that I didn't need another apple. And I was correct. I want to try to get all that yumminess in there. Might even have to get a spatula to make sure that I do. Okay, so those are, I'm piling them kind of high to make like a mountain in the center. We're going to get those in there and pile them a little high. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Check that out. See how I've kind of piled them up high in the middle, like a mountain? I'm gonna make sure that the sides kind of go up. It's gonna make a beautiful pie. Okay, And now I'm going to take about a tablespoon or a little more, you know me. I thought it looked like a lot of apples, might need a little more butter. So I'm dotting around the top of the pie with the butter. I do have my oven set at 425. That is to begin with. Then a little bit later, I'll be turning that down. And I'll let you know that in just a minute, how that's gonna work. So I feel like I have enough butter. I've dotted around on top. So I will be right back. I'm gonna grab my other crust. Okay, so I have my top for my pie, and I'm gonna put that on there. And the real fun part is when you try to get your crust together and you try to crimp them together. I usually end up kind of going down inside of it, like so. Tuck that in. Take the outer crust, tuck it in underneath that crust. We're gonna go around and crimp it in a few minutes, but I'm trying to get it all tucked in, squeezed together. Okay. Apple pie. It's been a little while since I've made an apple pie. We're gonna turn that oven down to about 350 after the first little bit of the oven cooking the pie, and then we're gonna let it cook for 45 to 50 minutes. I'm gonna have it on 425 to begin with. All right. Here we go. We're getting it all in there. Crimped together. We don't want the juices to come pouring out, but I will put this on a cookie sheet when I'm ready to bake it. I'll put a cookie sheet at least underneath of it. So that's how it's looking for now. And now I'm gonna go around, see if I can get this up here where you can really see what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn it way down here so you can see pretty good. So I'm just taking my fingers and I'm just pushing it in there. See how I'm making it kind of wavy there? Using my forefinger, my thumbs, and I'm sort of pinching them together. And I think that's just about the best way that you can make your pie look nice. I like this design, or whatever you want to call it. Well, I hope this pie tastes as good as it's looking. Looking pretty good. I ripped the crust a little, but that's okay. I'm trying to make sure I get both the crusts and the crimping. Here we go. Okay. So that's how it looks all the way around. You can see your pies. Apples are piled up underneath there. And then I'm gonna take a sharp knife, and I think I'll just kind of make some little slits to make it look pretty, because you want to give it some vents. You don't want it to steam. So we're just gonna make some little slits in the pie crust, kind of all around. Let that steam out from the apples. Okay. I think I'll make a star in the very middle. There we go. That looks pretty good. And now I do have some egg wash that I've made with 1 egg and a tablespoon of milk. I'm gonna brush some of that on the crust. That will make the crust look really shiny and pretty. Might have been nice if I'd had my brush out and ready to go. But here we go, we're gonna do this. Mixing that up. I'm just gonna let you see the pie. You don't have to see what I look like. You know what I look like. Okay. All right, and here we go. Just put that all over the top of your pie. I do have a special pie cover if my crust starts looking too brown that I can put over the edges of the crust. You know how some people will put a little bit of aluminum foil where they make like they put the foil together to fix it so that it's covering the edges of just the pie crust. But I do have a special top thing that's got a hole in the middle that if it looks like it's getting too brown, I will put it on there. The last time I made a pie like this though, it didn't do too bad, so I didn't have to use it. Here we go, we got all our egg washes pretty much on the pie. Okay. So here we go. That wasn't too hard, was it? Homemade apple pie, ready to go in the oven. Now you can put some coarse sugar on top of this, and I don't have any coarse sugar, but I could put some of the regular, and I might just do that. Let me go grab my sugar over here. I mean, sugar's sugar. I think the coarse sugar might look prettier, but this regular sugar will be fine too. Kind of give it a little more sweetness on top of your pie crust. So some people might do a lattice on top of their pie. This is just a little bit easier, I think. I wasn't quite ready to do that for you guys. Well, anyway, I am going to now put this pie in the oven, and in about 50 minutes, we will have a homemade apple pie that I can serve to my family and friends tonight. Hello everyone, it's Cooking with Gigi. I'm back with the results of the homemade apple pie that I made for my brother. That was his request. The dinner that I had for him and John to be thankful for all the things that they've done for me. And I'm gonna give a try to the pie now. I did warm it in the microwave because it's the next day, so it was cold. I have a little bit of ice cream. You gotta have some ice cream with your apple pie. So I'm gonna let you know how I think it tastes. And if it's not good, I'll be honest. How's that? Wow, well, the filling is good. It is plenty moist, and I can taste the cinnamon. The apples are pretty tender. Put that ice cream with it. I do like to advise you that the Private Selection ice cream at Payless is the best. It's so creamy, and that's what this is. Well, I think the dinner last night was a success. We had plenty of food, and everyone seemed to like their food. My brother was able to tell I put that cream cheese in the mashed potatoes. Wow, I was disappointed. I said, well, how did you like those potatoes? They were all right. I thought, really? I said, could you tell? Yeah, he knew there was something different about them. He's pretty picky. They were all right, he said. But for me, I think they're yummy. But you know, there are those people that are selective, and that's okay. I'll give them permission to be selective. All right, so here it is, the homemade apple pie with some vanilla ice cream, Private Selection, my ice cream of choice. Okay, thank you for tuning in to Cooking with Gigi once again. Have a great day. Oh, by the way, be sure you like it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye-bye.